Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. Let's talk about the timing of the Hydronaut. So you can see it's on this day of the 16th of December. It is about 11 seconds slow. All right, last night when I took it off, I put it face down. We're going to do some experimentation, see if I can catch it up, regulate it through positioning. All right, the 17th. It spent the night face down, and it looks to be about minus 9 seconds. The 18th, and I put it face up during the night, and it seems to be about minus 9 seconds, which is what it was yesterday. So face up tends to keep it a little bit more where it was the day before. And being the 18th, and me being a master thespian, I've been chosen to play quite possibly the most important role of my life today.
Oh! What kind of watch does Santa wear? Well, he's wearing a blue-dialed Hydronaut today. Now, that's not what he wants to wear. He should have a Hulk or that John Mayer watch with the green dial. Speaking of John Mayer, he's gone a bit soft, so coals in his stocking for sure. Or the Sermon. It's like a reef, but I've got to make do with this because Mrs. Claus has the purse strings and she's a bitch.
The 19th, I set it down crown up last night. Seems to be about minus 9 seconds, pretty much what it was yesterday. Look at the second hand. That's an interesting shape, teardrop shape. It's actually called a lanceoloid. And I like the fact that the counterweight is like that as well. And those shoji doors look really nice in that Cyclops crystal. All right, so I missed a day, but both nights I put it crown up. And as you can see, it's minus 10 seconds. So crown up isn't working for me right now because I need to speed it up. Now, if it was fast, crown up would be good. So going forward, I think I'm going to put it dial up or dial down. Now you might say, why didn't you start this experiment, Austin, when the Hydronaut was perfect? Why didn't you reset it? Well, that's because I just didn't feel like resetting it, all right? And what happened is it had gotten fast, and then I pulled out the crown, and I got it perfect, and I pushed the crown back down, and then I realized that the minute hand wasn't hitting the minute marks perfectly. And so instead of waiting a minute, what I did is I pulled it out again, the crown, and I reset it and I pushed it back and I got it perfect, but it cost me 10 seconds to do that. But it saved me a minute because I didn't have to wait a minute. So I thought, hey, that's part of the experiment. I'll just have to catch the watch up. And so that's what I'm doing. One of the things I really like about this watch is its thinness. It's listed on the internet as 11.2 millimeters. I've never actually measured it. Other places you see 10.8 millimeters. So maybe they're taking into account the Cyclops, that 11.2 millimeter figure. But just for comparison's sake, a 14060 no date sub is 12 millimeters. And according to my friend Danny, Jean-Claude Bivet said, thinness is luxury, or luxury is thinness. And I totally agree with that, especially when you consider, some of the thick watches out there. I'm looking at you, Tudor. So it's just one of the aspects of this watch that I really appreciate. And it's all about that recessed bezel. That's the way they're able to achieve it. All right, I missed a day. I missed the 23rd, and I can't even remember the positioning when I took it off, I think face down. Anyway, it's about 10 seconds slow. And I think when the watch cools off at night when I take it off, that might slow it down. I think if I wear it, my body heat keeps it warm, and I think that speeds it up a little bit. So what I should probably do is wear it at night as well. That would probably do well. But experiment over. I think you guys have seen is a pretty accurate watch. The bracelet of the Hydronaut is kind of interesting. It's exactly what you would get if an oyster bracelet mated with a Jubilee bracelet. It really is a cross between the two. From the side, those look like oyster bracelet links and they're brushed, but of course you've got 5 parts across, much like the Jubilee bracelet, and you've got the polished center parts, which really goes well with the polished parts on the bezel. I think I like the oyster bracelet the most, second the Jubilee bracelet, and then third is this because it's a little bit weird, but I guess it works for the watch and it's very comfortable. A little bit fancy, but not quite as fancy as the Jubilee. And hey, it's the 24th, Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. Look, my friend Jay has a school, and he was able to get Santa himself to stop by. Now, Jay called me for his help because Santa gets pretty crazy with the bottle, if you know what I mean. So Jay needed my help. And, you know, there's a message you're going to hear from Santa, and I think it applies to you guys too, because we're all students of watches and students of Rolex. And, you know, I'm really glad that you guys watch my channel and you share the same passion as I do. And you're great students, and, you know, we're all students. I'm a student as well. And you deserve a toy as well. Of course, a big boy toy. They say the only difference between young boys and men are the type of toys they like. And of course, we like our mechanical expensive ones. And let me tell you, each one of you deserves a toy. I'll see you guys in the coming year. Have a great holiday season. Thanks for watching. Take care.
All year long.
Oh.
And you've been a very good bunch of children. And I think you all deserve a toy because, well, like I said, you're fantastic students.
Yes.
You've been studying hard.
Very hard.